Starting a consulting business was the most easiest thing. But as you keep growing, you understand the pricing challenges. What are the other consultants really doing? How are they pricing themselves? Hi guys, this is Sampath from Intanimally. Well, if you are an independent consultant or if you own a consulting business, maybe you can use these five different pricing models in order to work with your customers. Note that all of these pricing models have some disadvantages, but it depends on what you choose and what kind of helps you serve them better. The first model is the hourly model. So this is a very straightforward. You kind of charge the customer per hour. Maybe if your hourly rate is like 100 or $120 or something, charge that. But the problem with this approach is, the client is always looking at the time. It's a natural tendency, right? Number two is actually kind of going by a project model where you kind of scope everything that you're going to be delivering to them, and you kind of agree on a particular scope and you charge them per project. This model kind of works for a lot of people, but one flip side that you have with this is whenever you have scope creeps within that particular scope, readjusting that and again resending the revised scope and going back and forth would something be, I mean, that's something which would be there, and you should be prepared to encounter. The third model is a retainer model where you kind of set a flat fee, maybe like $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month, and kind of work with them. The disadvantage with this model is that after a particular point, the client would start thinking that hey, you know what, I rather do this in house to save a few thousands of dollars. Number four is the return on investment model where you're not charging anything and you basically take a very high percentage on the returns that you're promising to them. The flip side to this is that it takes a lot of time, and it's also and you need to be heavily invested to make the return happen. And first of all, you should really believe in the business too. The fifth model is part retainer and part return on investment model where you're not charging them a very high retainer. At the same time, you're also having a skin in the game with the business. This model suits few people. Few people, I mean, kind of do not like this particular model too. So, if you are a consultant or in a consulting business, I think you need to choose where your strength is in all these models and kind of price your business accordingly. Using combinations also kind of work sometimes. Like you're doing a retainer project. Sometimes if there's a scope creep, you can do a project model too. So see what kind of works for you and let me know if this is helpful. See you guys.